At around about 14 kilos, the Pivot Firebird is a 170mm travel enduro flying machine, 29-inch wheels front and rear. On the left is the Canyon Strive, 27.5, 10 kilos heavier, 24 kilos, around about in this specification. It is, in the hands of Fabian Borel, the reigning e-enduro World Cup champion. The question is, which bike is faster down a black graded enduro world level stage here in Italy? Before we get rolling, I just want to point out that many people would consider a 10 kilos lighter, the Pivot Firebird, to be lighter, more nimble and also easier to get on top of your car. Both bikes have 170mm travel up front and are fully loaded when it comes to componentry. Now, just for the record, the Canyon Strive on will be switched off. Okay, just getting settled into the run. Oh, big drops. Fantastic track to ride, but to race can get pretty physical. These little flat sections is where probably might lose a bit of time on the Strive against the clock. Definitely seems to be skipping through these corners so well. Appears I'm carrying speed, a bit more deflection than on eMTB. Eyes are feeling like getting a bit of a beating. Oh, savage section. Difficult section. I don't think I need my quads in ruin. So here we go on the Canyon Strive, Pivot Firebird. Felt really pacey out of corners, acceleration of the flat was good, which I won't be able to do on the Strive. I could definitely feel feedback through the bike a lot more, I think, than I would on an eMTB, but we'll see. When you can only know these things when you go against the clock, which is why it's really important to do runs against the clock to get a feeling what the bike feels like, get a feeling what the bike's composure feels like when you're really up against it and fatigued. That'll tell you lots of things about suspension design, about geometry, about stability. So this isn't just about what the clock says, it's actually about the feelings which I'm getting on the hill with the two bikes. Amazing track. Feel very lucky to be able to ride this. Just hope and get to the bottom. So yeah, Firebird, pretty rapid. It's gonna take some beating. It really does cover ground really efficiently, so that'll be quite telling, I think. Well, here we go. Give it a chance to change gear for a bit. Whoa! Perfect. Readjusting to the braking into the corners, so that might be the disadvantage of the Strive. So I've got my timing in. I need to readjust my timing again. This bike feels nimble. Oh, on the upper bit. Suspension design does play a key role. This bike is playful. Quads screaming still a little bit, but definitely less from the eMTB. Way more composed, but what's the clock gonna say? Well, from springtime in Italy to springtime here in the UK. I've had lots of time for reflection on my time on the hill, on Madonna della Guardia. I think it was very much a story of head-to-heads. We had on one hand, you know, the Pivot Firebird, one of the ultimate enduro mountain bikes, 170mm travel. And on the other hand, you had the Canyon Stride, which is the reigning e-enduro World Cup champion in the hands of Fabian Burrell, although it was a different spec on that bike. More head-to-heads. I mean, looking at the price, you know, £8,300 for the Pivot Firebird versus £6,699 for the Canyon Stride. Carbon fibre on both bikes, 29 wheels on the Pivot versus 27.5 on the Canyon. But within that hides lots and lots of detail. I'll give you the times. There was a 12-second difference between the two bikes in the favour of the Canyon. The Canyon was, you know, it was significantly faster, yes, but also it was a lot more poised. And within that, I felt that I was able to hold my line better. I was able to look ahead better. My fatigue levels were lower. So in general, I had a better experience. On the Pivot Firebird, had lots of deflection, lots of lines where I couldn't hold it. And also on the both bikes, it actually did take me a while to tune into the braking points, my timing. It did take me like probably half a dozen turns to get the timing right on each bike going into the corners, because there was a lot of corners on that hill. I think overall, my overall feeling was the fact that because I'd raced downhill for, you know, quite a long time, my body had been accustomed to like squatting in a certain position. I think what's happened in the past 6 years since I haven't been riding a mountain bike is that my body's adapted to the feeling and the position of an e-mountain bike and its inherent weight and, you know, and center of mass. So I think what I was trying to do on the Pivot was definitely try to squat a little bit lower, to lower my center of gravity in order to get a comfortable position and a position which gave me more grip and control. So yeah, 12 seconds, folks, is a lot of time. I don't doubt that a younger, fitter, faster person might actually get times which are closer together, but I doubt very much that the times between two bikes with the same rider would be significantly faster on a mountain bike. I think what it taps into is the whole business of lightweight. You know, lightweight bikes are more nimble, but at the end of the day, are lightweight bikes faster? I actually don't think they are. Let's know your thoughts, folks. Don't forget to try to get out to Finale. Some amazing trails. January, February, March is a great time of the year to get out there. And yeah, trails forever. You've got uplift, you've got big adventure rides. It is an e-mountain bike mecca, and we were very fortunate to ride some great trails and actually get some insights into this whole weight business.